Okay, I'll talk about so far my project with this coop orchard garden. I got some work done yesterday. I'm glad I got started early, but ran out of steam by I want to say by 12. 1 o'clock I called it quits, but 12 I was feeling the fatigue, and it's like I need to wrap it up. But just to uh, give you an overall picture, this coop, chicken coop orchard, because I got my orchard treats in there. I still go replace two. And I got had a garden in there, but I pretty much lost everything because I neglected it. Anything that's doing okay is my jalapenos, peppers back there. But this is what I accomplished yesterday. As you can see right there, that water line, and there's a second one right there. Capped them off right now, but I plan to have. I already have four working on the top side. You can take a look at up there. One in the middle. There's two in the middle, and then the vultures flying overhead. Two on the ends there, and then I plan to put two more here at this very end here. So, but that's something that I can wait on. No, get over there. You're not going out yet. Um, I had the trench dug up here. It was hard to get in. My wife was complaining about, well, there's a trench. I know that because I'm not done with this part here. So, living in Florida, back through here. If you haven't already seen some of my vlogs, I got Bear Alley between me and my neighbors, and there's a cul-de-sac back there. Got a neighbor back there. I got another neighbor back there. So I'm at the end of the cul-de-sac. Kind of weird here, but I left 38 feet of brush on my yard, and I know the neighbor left some brush on his side also, but get some isolation. But we have constant bears going through here, and then we got all sorts of wildlife: possums, raccoons. Ran into a snake yesterday, black snake. Anyway, you name it, we got it. Wildcats, coyotes, which I don't mind. I mean, we're moving into the area, so I mean, I deal with it. I gotta deal with nature, so be it. But what I wound up doing is I got a electric fence around I call it a grid. I got 3 feet high all the way around, and I actually wound up. This is an upgrade from what I actually had because I completely encaged this with moving the poles from 5 or 6 feet. Now they're standing at 9 feet high, and I bought some hardware cloth, black vinyl, so we can see through it easily. It makes a big difference if you buy the black versus the regular galvanized one because you get the reflection and you can't see very good through it. So I spent the extra money on the black vinyl covered cloth, so I don't have to paint it. It's well worth it because from the house I can see everything. And it's kind of nice to watch the birds. They keep you entertained. But so far, what I wound up doing is I put the rest of my pipe in here, which you can see right there in that junction box. I got my water line and my power going through there. And then on this side is where I teed off the water line going back that way. So I got another junction box. I got two. I only thought I had one, which I knew I was going to use where my well is. But so damn it, I got to dig this up so I can at least identify where my T is for my water line, which is going to be right there. But anyways, it's going that way. The other one is 1 inch, and then what's going up here is 1/2 inch. So I leveled all that up. Got my garbage cans in here. I got my barbecue in here. Now I was hesitant buying a barbecue simply because the bears would tear into it if I left it out. If I left it in my patio, they'd rip right through the patio screen to get to that. But my electric fence has proven itself to keep everything out. So with that being said, now at least I can keep my barbecuer out here, which I just recently bought. Lately it's been in my Connex, but I'm not going to be dragging it in and out just to keep it secure before I had this contraption all put up. I'm still working on it. It's not completely done. Right there you see those pipes, one right there, and The other one right there. I lost two trees, two avocado trees, so I plan to replace those. So hopefully maybe I can get it done this year, but I don't know. It's already midsummer, and I wound up putting my what's left of my garden up there. This one's cucumbers, which obviously I neglected. So and then by next year I'll have a hell of a garden in here because I plan to hang everything off the trees, off the poles. Sorry. So my orchard also is not doing great because I should have fruits, which I neglected to be fertilizing them and taking care of them and watering them, simply because I've been focused on getting the poles and hardware cloth up so I can move the chickens in here. Dang, none of these things should have a ton of lemons and oranges and apples, nothing. So obviously I need to have to cut this. Been cutting a little bit at a time. I don't know what's doing that, but I haven't helped it by this is my apple tree. No apples. None of my trees are bearing fruit this year. So it does make a difference when you put some attention to your garden and vegetables. So that being said, at least my chickens are secure. My wife feels better about having them in here since I got the top part of that, which I have not done completely. All that up there, that's just cosmetic. I plan to secure it tightly and reinforce the top. Still not done with that. But everything as far as trying to get in here and having a clean coop is coming along. So that's where I'm at. What I plan to do today is maybe take a day off. I am beat. I did plant some. I have 15 sunflowers plants that I asked my wife last year to start from seeds, and they did take off. But then I neglected to try to plant them, and when I did, I neglected to water them, so they all failed. So we're doing them again this year. And so I spent most of the weekend planting 15 of them. So I just got them planted, and hopefully they'll take. Should be nice. I think they call it Mexican sunflowers, if I remember correctly. Really bright and colorful. So just to add some color to the back of my property here. Well, actually, it's all the way around. So, anyways, I feel better and better about my progress, even though it's just me and I'm doing everything by hand manual. It can be done. I'm gonna bring in some filled dirt, topsoil, put some in there, and I gotta put a bunch of it back here still, topsoil. The grass that I bought last year, which is zoysia, it sucks. It's beautiful grass if it takes, but it does not take well. Now I read that it was supposed to be good in the summer heat, tolerated. It does not do good. So I am really disappointed that I spent hundreds, probably $1,000 on this grass, front and back. Didn't take. So I plan to eventually just put topsoil on this and let it die, and then next spring, because I got to fill it in. I can see it's dripping right through here, so I need to level it out. And I'm going to probably buy some sod of Bahia. That's Bahia right there. At least it's, you can piss on it and it turns green right away. But this zoysia, it's just too much work. Does not tolerate the heat. So I'm giving you a heads up. If you're going to buy some zoysia grass, even though it's pretty, if it does take, it is constant maintenance. And can't have my wife out here just mowing the lawn, garden hose around. It's just too much work. So I'm going to eventually kill it, put some hair around through here. At least I got some grass. So that being said, yeah, I do have some work to do with that. My capacitor right there, I got a box for it. And then I plan to secure my grill with a 2x4, just like what I did here. It's because we got hurricanes, it's not secured, so it could topple over because it's top heavy. I plan to put 2x4 here and then ratchet strapped to the 2x4s, and at least I don't have to screw around with it during the storms. So everything in here should be pretty much storm ready. The chickens they seem to like this area where they can dig in there and cool themselves off. And then in the daytime, I do turn on these sprinklers, the overhead sprinklers part of that. And they'll get in there. They'll get under the water. And then, even though it's sunny, just to cool off. So, I'm happy as far as my progress with this. So, anyways, if you have questions, go ahead and ask me. I'll do the best I can to answer them. I'm not a chicken person, but I do know my construction work. So I've been doing this construction in a long time. So good luck with your coop.